it's Jeremy from Sugar Forest Bricks, and welcome to Around the Brick for March of 2023. So as I mentioned before, this segment can be a challenge to prepare for. So if there is something you'd like to see us add to or take away, we'd like to make this segment what you want to see. So comment down below and let us know how we can better change this for you, the viewer. So in the meantime, let's look at what I have prepared for March of 2023. All right, let's take a look at new sets. Now some of these were from January, February, handful of March, and maybe a couple of April, but the intent is really to show you the new stuff that's coming out, and if I miss sets during one month, I want to make sure I go back and cover so that you have a full list of what's been available. So let's jump right into that. Our first set, 10789 Spider-Man's Car and Doc Ock, is another one of the 4+ series sets. All right, the next one is 10790 Green Goblin's Lighthouse, which includes 149 pieces, and it continues along that 4+ juniorized series set. And then next we have 10791 The Mobile Headquarters, and that includes 187 pieces. Again, this is another one of the Marvel Junior sets. So looking back at a lot of the CAD drawings that I've used over the years to develop some of the mocks that I've created, a lot of the unique elements happen to come from these juniorized sets. So just because they're low detail and aimed at the younger builder doesn't mean they don't include parts that us adults or older children can't use in our own creations. So that being said, don't necessarily pass up the opportunity to buy some of these lower price point sets that might happen to include an element that you would like to see used in your builds. But let's move along. Also new for the classic LEGO sets this year, we have a number of sets that include specific colors, a specific color palette per se. And the first one we have up is 11027 Creative Neon Fun, and that palette is basically all neon colors. And you can utilize that to build various items that have those neon colors. Again, these classic sets are a great collection of just random pieces in different color palettes. And that includes 333 pieces. And then next up, we have 11028 Creative Pastel Fun, which also includes 333 pieces. However, these are in the pastel palette rather than the neon palette. All right, so next up we have 11029 Creative Party Box, which includes 900 pieces to build your favorite party elements. Birthday cakes, clowns, balloons, etc. And after that we have 11030 Lots of Bricks, and this is basically just 1,000 regular bricks that you can use to build whatever you need, or just add them to your collection. An additional 1,000 pieces for anyone is always a good thing. And then rounding it up for this year, we have 11033 Creative Fantasy Universe, and that includes 1,800 pieces of random assortments to build amongst your other creations in the fantasy realm. All right, the new release for the LEGO Ideas program number 47 is the BTS, the Dynamite Disco, and that includes 749 pieces. That would be set 21339. And that was a much anticipated LEGO Ideas release. There was lines at LEGO stores everywhere waiting to pick this up as of 1 March. This won't be one of the ones I add. It's not something I'm into. All right, one of the sets that I missed in January 2023 is a number 31208, and that is the Great Wave. This is for the LEGO art line, and that includes 1,810 pieces, and that's approximately 20 by 15 inches. And this would display along with the Van Gogh or any of the other art pieces that LEGO has released over the last couple of years. If you are into the mosaics, you could display this next to the mosaics. All right, so in March of 2023, we have the release of the last theme sets for dots, and those happen to be Harry Potter centric. The first one being 41808 is 234 pieces to basically make jewelry. Additionally, there's 41809, and that would be Hedwig's pencil holder. And to round that off, we have 41811 Hogwarts Desktop Kit, and that's 856 pieces in the dots lines. Now these elements won't be disappearing, they're just centric around the theme dots is not going to happen. So if you are a collector of the dots, these are the last couple sets. There might be a couple more in August, but 2023 is the last for dots. That theme is going away. All right, so Technic for March of 2023. The first one we have 42152 is the firefighter aircraft. And set 42153 is NASCAR's next-gen Chevrolet Camaro. And then we have set 42154 is 1,466 pieces that you can use to build a Ford GT. And the last of the Technic for March of 2023 is set 42155, the Batman Batcycle. On the Disney line, the first one being 43212, and that's basically a Disney train in the Junior series. We have 43217, which is the house from Up. And then, of course, they have a minifig released this year, including a bunch of popular minifigs that you can add to the already released minifigs in previous series. So another bunch of sets we missed in January 2023 were the LEGO City Stunt line. And those 4 sets start with 60357, the Stunt Truck and Ring of Fire Challenge. The Dunk Stunt Ramp Challenge, 60359. 60360, the Spinning Stunt Challenge. And 60361, the Ultimate Stunt Riders Challenge. And all of these sets include a unique ring element in various colors. I'm not sure how you could utilize that in other builds, but I'm curious to see others try. So new for Star Wars, we have the Executor Super Star Destroyer. So if you missed out the UCS series, you can now buy it in a MIDI scale, and that would be set 75356. Includes 630 pieces, excuse me. For Marvel, we have a number of sets for the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 being released in April of this year. And the first set being 76253, Guardians of the Galaxy Headquarters. And that includes Star-Lord and Groot. We also have Baby Rocket's ship, 76254, which includes Rocket and Baby Rocket. And then 76255. I can't remember what race had that ship, but that's a ship. All right, and that wraps up the new sets that I found. Like I said, some of these were from January, a couple March, and then a handful of April. I know also in April of 2023, the Indiana Jones sets will be coming out. I could not find images of those, so you'll have to stay tuned to the April episode, because those will be available, I'm sure, by then. All right, so events for March and April of 2023. These are always a hard segment for us to put together because it is hard to pick and choose where we find the events. There's tons of events going on all around the globe, and it's impossible for me to find everything for our viewers. So we just picked some of the bigger ones, and in this case, we have an upcoming Brickfest on the 17th of March at the K. Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center in Dallas, Texas. And that's on Friday, the March 17th, starting at 7 p.m. And then for April, we have a couple bigger events going on. On the 15th of March, you can find Brick World Milwaukee at the Wisconsin Products Pavilion in West Allis, Wisconsin, from April 15th through April 16th. If you're in the Rochester, New York area, the Brick Universe Rochester is occurring on the 22nd of April through the 23rd, and that's at the Rochester Main Street Armory. And for those of you in Maine, the James A. Banks Senior Exposition Building in Portland, Maine, is hosting the Brick Universe Lego Expo on the 29th of April. And that wraps up the events for April and March 2023. All right, so that wraps up events, and on to my favorite segment of our Around the Brick Builder Showcase. So the first builder we're showcasing is Andreas Kenander, and their MOC is the Nocturnal Ice Rover. As described by the builder, this is designed primarily for night missions and equipped with some state-of-the-art illumination technology. Andreas used 1x2 glow-in-the-dark elements, which only have a short effect. As shown in this image, it's primarily used to illuminate those night exploration missions. I really enjoyed the tire, or how they put together the tires and the trees. I could not specifically figure out how they did the tires, but it was unique. And they wrapped it up with Ice Planet 2000 coloration, so a throwback to the 90s. All right, so our second builder in the showcase this month, we have a French builder. They go under the handle name gui.lego, and their contribution is a medieval metropolis. And this is a rather detailed collection of buildings from the castle theme. As you can see, there is a ton of elements, highly detailed. And as I went through their Flickr account, they have been working on this for quite some time, continuously adding to the metropolis that you see here. Again, tons of detail on the walls. It's stunning to look at, and the overall build is amazing. So you might have heard me mention every now and then that I'm working on a large MOC, and I haven't really got into the detail about it. However, it was largely inspired by our third builder showcase, and this would be the Lego Crawler Town by DeGobbi, and this was released back in 2010, so it's a long throwback, but his Crawler Town was very inspirational to the MOC we are currently working on, and hopefully in the near future we'll be able to show some images, but see where the inspiration is going. And basically, the description from the builder is this crawler town roams the barren wastes of a post-steampunk world after a cataclysmic climate due to excessive coal use. Several such cities exist, but Crawler Town is the most popular due to the Aero 500 hydrogen fuel cell air races that are held. Many people travel the wastes to Crawler Town for a vacation and to enjoy rare luxuries like pizza, fresh vegetables, and beer. Traveling the wastes in search of minerals and aquifers that are vital for survival, the mobility of the city keeps it away from the vicious sandstorms of the wasteland. All right, so that wraps up Around the Brick for March of 2023. Hopefully you'll have the opportunity to pick up some of those new sets, get to the upcoming events, and were inspired by our Builder Showcase. As always, comment down below to see more content, like and subscribe, and as always, happy building.